For over 1,000 years, Constantinople stood as one of the world's greatest cities. Its massive walls had defeated countless armies. But in 1453, a young Ottoman sultan arrived with a bold dream, to conquer the unconquerable. What followed changed the course of history forever. Constantinople was the capital of the Byzantine Empire and one of the richest cities on earth. For centuries, its enormous walls protected it from invaders, earning a reputation as an unconquerable fortress. In 1453, 21-year-old Sultan Mehmed II prepared for the greatest challenge of his life. His goal was clear: to capture Constantinople and make history. To break the legendary walls, Mehmed II commissioned one of the largest cannons ever built. Day after day, its thunderous blasts shook Constantinople, slowly weakening defenses that had stood for nearly 1,000 years. When the Byzantines blocked the Golden Horn with a giant chain, Mehmed II responded with a brilliant strategy. Under the cover of darkness, Ottoman soldiers dragged dozens of warships over land and launched them behind the city's defenses, shocking the defenders. On the morning of May 29, 1453, Mehmed II ordered the final assault. Wave after wave of Ottoman soldiers attacked the weakened walls as cannons thundered without pause. The fate of Constantinople would be decided before the day was over. Emperor Constantine XI refused to flee. Choosing to fight beside his soldiers, he made his final stand defending the city. He disappeared in the chaos of battle, becoming a symbol of courage and the last emperor of the Byzantine Empire. After weeks of relentless fighting, the walls were finally breached. Ottoman forces poured into Constantinople, ending more than 1,000 years of Byzantine rule. One of history's greatest cities had fallen. After the conquest, Sultan Mehmed II entered Hagia Sophia, the spiritual heart of the Byzantine Empire. The city became the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, beginning a new chapter in world history. The fall of Constantinople was more than the collapse of a city. It transformed global trade, strengthened the Ottoman Empire, and reshaped the balance of power between Europe and Asia. Historians consider it one of the most important turning points in world history. With traditional trade routes disrupted, European kingdoms searched for new ways to reach Asia. This quest would eventually lead to the age of exploration, opening new sea routes and changing the course of global history. After the conquest, Mehmed II focused on rebuilding the city rather than abandoning it. He encouraged merchants, craftsmen, and families from across his empire to settle there, transforming Constantinople into the thriving capital of the Ottoman Empire. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, a civilization that had endured for more than 1,000 years. But it also marked the beginning of a new era, as the Ottoman Empire emerged as one of the world's most powerful states. The fall of Constantinople was not simply the end of one empire. It reshaped politics, trade, religion, and military strategy across continents. Even today, historians regard it as one of the defining moments of the medieval world. Today, Constantinople is known as Istanbul, a city where the legacy of the Byzantine and Ottoman empires still lives on. Its streets, monuments, and skyline continue to tell the story of one of history's most extraordinary cities. After the conquest, Mehmed II earned the title, the Conqueror. Under his rule, Constantinople became the political, cultural, and economic heart of the Ottoman Empire, attracting people from across 3 continents. The capture of Constantinople marked the rise of the Ottoman Empire as one of the world's dominant powers. For centuries, the empire would influence politics, trade, culture, and warfare across Europe, Asia, and Africa. Under Ottoman rule, Constantinople quickly became one of the world's greatest cities once again. Merchants, scholars, and travelers from 3 continents gathered here, turning the city into a global center of trade, culture, and learning. More than 5 centuries later, the fall of Constantinople remains one of history's most influential events. It marked the end of the medieval era for many historians and helped shape the modern world we know today. The fall of Constantinople reshaped the balance of power in Europe. As the Ottoman Empire expanded, European kingdoms strengthened their alliances and defenses, preparing for a new political era that would influence the continent for centuries. As overland trade routes became more difficult, European nations searched for new sea routes to Asia. This drive for exploration helped launch the Age of Discovery, leading to voyages that reshaped the world. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of one chapter in history and the beginning of another. It influenced politics, trade, culture, and learning, leaving a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the medieval and early modern world. Today, Istanbul stands as one of the world's most historic cities. Every street, monument, and skyline reflects the remarkable story of Constantinople, a city that witnessed the rise and fall of empires. More than 5 centuries have passed, yet the story of Constantinople continues to inspire historians and travelers alike. Its legacy lives on in the monuments, traditions, and history that still shape modern Istanbul. The fall of Constantinople was more than the capture of a city. It reshaped global trade, transformed empires, and influenced exploration, diplomacy, and culture for generations. Few events in history have had such a lasting impact. Empires rise and fall, but their stories live on. The fall of Constantinople reminds us that a single moment in history can change the destiny of nations and leave a legacy that echoes through the centuries. From the mighty walls of Constantinople to the vibrant city of Istanbul, this extraordinary story continues to inspire the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe to Historivox and join us as we explore the greatest stories in human history.